Hey everyone! Today I'm going to take you through a detailed history of the iconic television studio Nickelodeon Studios, from its beginnings in the late 80s to its closure in the mid-2000s. But before we begin, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment if you've ever been there before. I'd be interested in hearing stories since I've never been there myself. Actually though, I was at Universal last summer, and I got a picture of it now. Or at least I tried. I didn't go near the studio though because no one wanted to go with me, and I didn't want to walk around the park by myself. But if you ever go to Universal, if you're standing at a certain angle, you can see the top of one of the stage buildings, which is how I got that picture. So be on the lookout. Anyway, this is taking very long, so let's now get on with the video. So in 1988, Nickelodeon Studios joined Universal Studios, and construction began pretty quickly after that. They actually opened their first studio/sound stage in 1989 and began working on Super Sloppy Double Dare.
Congratulations, it's Super Sloppy Double Dare!
Also, it was the first ever production facility built specifically for a cable television network. The studio opened to the public on June 7th, 1990. And on that day, of course, there was also the opening ceremony, which was hosted by Mark Summers.
Live from Orlando, Florida, it's the amazing 3-hour Nickelodeon Studios opening day celebration. Here is Mark Summers.
Welcome to the Nick Studios, ladies and gentlemen.
In its early years, Nickelodeon Studios was known for its innovative production techniques, including the use of slime, hidden cameras, and live audience participation. Fun fact, they actually had different shaped benches around the perimeter of the studio. There were 4 sound stages, 17, 18, 19, and 21. Guests were usually directed to the soundstage 17. With that being said, some of the studio's earliest and most popular shows included Double Dare, Eureka's Castle, and dear God, the Pollywog I Cannot Escape. Kidding guys, that was my own fault. I included that in the video. I could have talked about many other shows that were made there. Anyway, flash forward to 1992. On April 30th, there was a burial for a time capsule, which was planned to open 50 years from then in 2042. We got about 19 years to go, guys. The capsule included things that were important to kids in 1992.
We got the smallest thing is a stick of gum. We got a skateboard in there. We've got 6 books, a history book, a comic book, a phone book, and a world atlas. But our contents, the contents of this time capsule right here will remain untouched until April 30th, 2042.
In 1993, Nickelodeon Studios underwent a major expansion, with the addition of a new soundstage and post-production facilities. This allowed the studio to produce more shows and take on larger projects including All That, Figure It Out, and Clarissa Explains It All. Nothing major really happened between 1994 and 1997, but in 1998, a lot changed for Universal Studios. At the time, Universal was just one theme park, and there was a lot more production occurring compared to actual rides and attractions. Rides started to take over, and they added a whole new park called Islands of Adventure, and City Walk was also added. Along with this, their parking lot turned into water. Lots of it. And there were renovations made to the Globe and Archway. The new rides took away the spark of the studio. At the same time, they were opening a new studio in California that, by the way, ended up closing in 2017, called Nickelodeon on Sunset, which meant that no new shows were really being filmed at Nick Studios. In 2000, things started to pick up a little bit. They were filming Double Dare 2000 and Slime Time Live. But none of these lasted too long. By the next year, they changed the tour completely of Nick Studios, and to sum things up, you pretty much looked at props, makeup, and watched someone get slimed. So entertaining. Many claim there was no longer a fulfilling experience, and the tour was just something to do to fill time. Not much happened in its final years. They continued their brief tours and filmed very few shows. The last show to actually be filmed there was called Splat, which only lasted the summer of 2004.
Splat! If your birthday is January through April, you were born on the red team. May to August, the yellow team. September to December, the green team. Everybody plays, everybody can win. Here comes Splat!
Sadly, Nickelodeon Studios closed its doors on April 30th, 2005, which is exactly 13 years after the burial of the time capsule. So, where is this time capsule now? It's currently located at Nickelodeon Animation Studio in Burbank, California. In late 2006, it was announced that the I'm so sorry, guys. Anyway, the abandoned studio was gonna be for the Blue Man Group. Creepy! The Blue Man Group show took up all of Stage 18, and the main building of the studio has been left abandoned all these years. But in 2021, the Blue Man Group closed, and evidence of that has been removed. Now, in 2023, everything is abandoned. However, if you step foot in their bathrooms, there supposedly is still green tiles on the floor to represent slime. But other than that, that is pretty much the only thing remaining of the studio. Despite its closure, Nickelodeon Studios continues to have a lasting impact on the world of children's entertainment. Many of the shows that were produced there are still beloved by fans all around the world. And that's the timeline of Nickelodeon Studios in Orlando, Florida. Although the studio is no longer in operation, its legacy lives on through the countless fans who remember the shows that were produced there. Again, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share with your friends who were or are still big Nickelodeon fans. Bye, guys!